Are you preparing for a home inspection? If you're selling your home, you should be. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Lindsay with the Wise Move AZ team at Realty One Group. If you want to stay up to date on all things Anthem and real estate, then you need to hit that subscribe button. Pro tip, you're also going to want to hit the little bell icon so that you're the first to know when our new videos are posted every single Thursday. As your Anthem, Arizona realtor, I love helping people navigate the home selling process, and one big part of that is navigating the buyer's inspection period. If you're selling or thinking about selling, stick around to find out what you can do to make your home stand out in the best possible ways during the inspection period. I'm gonna be hitting you with a list of to-dos in this video, but don't worry if you don't have a pen and paper handy. At the end of this video, I'll give you access to a printable checklist that you can carry around your house with you and check things off as you complete them. So yay! If you're selling your home and you have questions about the inspection process, there's a good chance you're already under contract. Congratulations! Or maybe it's that you're just as type A as I am and you're doing all this research way in advance because, well, you can't help it. In which case, I'm so sorry. Any inspections will typically be scheduled by the buyer or the buyer's agent. Once scheduled, it's your responsibility to ensure that the home is available for the inspection. The inspection will usually take 2 to 4 hours depending on the size and complexity of the home. The buyer and the buyer's agent will typically meet with the inspector at the end of the inspection so that they can highlight their top findings and show the buyer some of the workings of the home. We typically ask our sellers to leave the home during the inspection to give the inspector and the buyer some privacy. That being said, there may be some circumstances that require you to be home during the inspection. For example, if you work from home. We get that. If this is the case, give the inspector and the buyer space. Remember that they'll be discussing flaws and items that need repair. And doing that in front of you is awkward. Be respectful. If the buyer's not able to get all of the information they need during the due diligence period, they may walk away from the deal. You want to show your home in the best possible light during the inspection. And unfortunately, that doesn't just happen. It requires a little bit of effort on your part. So with all of that in mind and in no particular order, here are 10 things that you need to do to get your home ready for an inspection. Number 1, keep your home in showing condition. I think I just heard sellers all over the world sigh. I know this is tough. You have kids, a dog, and an upcoming move that are all getting in the way of keeping your home spotless. Do your best to keep your home in showing condition. You want it to be as clean and inviting as possible. Number 2, open up. What do I mean by this? Well, if you have locks on your electrical box, gates, and storage areas, you need to leave these unlocked for the day, or at the very least, leave very well labeled keys. This includes providing any keys for fireplaces or fire pits and ensuring that the pilot light is on. If the inspector can't access something, they're going to make note of that in their report. And you can rest assured that this is going to make the buyer uneasy. They may even stick you with the fee to have the inspector come back out and take a look at that area. Also, if you have a security system, make sure you shut it off before the inspector arrives. You don't want them to start their inspection in a bad mood because the alarm went off. Trust me. Number 3, remove obstructions. Remove any personal items that would impede the inspector's ability to access the major components of the house, including the attic, water heater, HVAC equipment, windows, and doors. For example, if you have stuff piled up around your water heater, you're gonna wanna move it out of the way just for the day. Also, if you have vegetation touching the side of the house, you're going to wanna trim that away. Not only can this vegetation obstruct the inspector's view of the exterior walls, but it will also come up as a possible problem in the termite inspection. Number 4, check batteries and bulbs. Walk around the house and make sure that all the light bulbs are working and that anything that's battery operated that conveys with the house is also working. This includes remotes for blinds and fans and that chirping smoke detector you've been ignoring. Some of these things might be outside of the inspector's scope, but you don't want to find that out the hard way after they've already left the house. If something doesn't appear to work, they'll put it in the report, even if it's something as simple as a burned out light bulb. Yes, I'm serious. Number 5, change air filters. If it's been longer than it should be, change your filters. Number 6, provide any special operating instructions. The inspector will want to show the buyer that the home is in good working order, and while they've seen a lot of things, they haven't seen it all and they don't live at your house. If there are any special instructions to show that your home is in proper working order, leave them out for the inspector. For example, if you have to hit 2 different switches to get the pool light to come on, or if it's just not obvious, leave them a note. Number 7, empty the dishwasher. The inspector may run a full or partial cycle on the dishwasher, so your best bet is to ensure it's empty before they arrive. Number 8, remove or crate your pets. If you have pets, we recommend that you take them away from the property during the inspection. If you can't accommodate that, make sure that they're securely locked in a crate. The inspector will be opening doors and we don't want any runaway pets. Number 9, ensure all utilities are on. This one is pretty self-explanatory and tends to only be an issue with vacant homes. Please ensure that all utilities are on at the time of the inspection. Number 10, make any obvious repairs. If there are things that are clearly going to show up in the inspection report, but you've been putting them off, consider doing them before the inspection. Fewer items on the inspection report is never a bad thing. Now, I'm not saying that you need to do your own inspection before the buyer's inspector arrives, but the obvious things that you've been ignoring, like the leaky faucet, or the sticky door handle, or the slipped roof tile, you may want to go ahead and have those things corrected preemptively. Think about the inspection as a second date between the buyers and your home. You want to ensure that you're putting your best foot forward and showing the buyers that they're purchasing a home that someone loves and cares about. So there you have it. I hope this video has you all fired up about what to do before the inspection. These 10 things won't take very long, but they can make a world of difference. As promised, if you'd like your downloadable checklist of everything you need to do before the inspection, simply click the link in the description box below. Also, if you want more information on what happens after the buyer's inspection, you may want to check out our video on seller tips to navigating the Binzer process. I'll link to that in the cards for this video. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and sharing this video with your friends. See you next Thursday.